Once upon a time, a shoemaker worked extra long hours to make a pair of beautiful red shoes for a little girl who lived next door with her mother, who was very sick. They were too poor to have a doctor or even to afford shoes for the little girl, whose name was...
Karen, I have made a very special pair of shoes for a good little girl who takes care of her mother. For you.
Oh, thank you so much.
But late that night, Karen's happiness turned to deep sorrow.
Oh, Mama.
As her beloved mother died in her sleep. On the day of her mother's funeral, Karen wore the red shoes. She knew that bright red shoes were totally improper for a funeral, but she had no other choice. They were the only shoes she owned.
How can my shoes look so happy on such a sad day?
Poor little girl, and all alone. Oh, you poor darling.
When the lady learned that Karen had become an orphan, her heart was touched. She took Karen home with her and arranged with the minister at her church to adopt Karen as her very own daughter. Karen thought surely it was the beautiful red shoes that had brought her so much good fortune and happiness. Karen's new home was the largest, loveliest house she'd ever seen, and her new mother bought her beautiful clothes and hired a private teacher to educate her. But Karen was very unhappy because her favorite shoes were considered too dirty to wear, and they were destroyed in the fireplace. Not a day went by without Karen thinking about the red shoes and longing for them.
If only I could wear them again, I know they'd make me happy.
Karen, I think it's time you receive your baptism in the church. Tomorrow, let's go into town and get you some new clothes and new shoes, okay?
Thank you, Mama.
At the shoe store, Karen spotted a pair of red shoes. And of course, she fell in love with them at first sight.
They fit you beautifully, Karen.
Oh, can I really have these shoes, Mama? Please, can I?
The kind lady never told anyone she was colorblind. She didn't know they were red and not suitable for a baptism.
Huh?
The old soldier frightened Karen with the strange way he stared at the red shoes and the way he said,
"Once you start dancing in these beautiful red shoes, they'll stick to your feet very well."
Karen was very proud that everyone in church stared at her red shoes. Everyone. All through the sermon, Karen thought only about the red shoes, and she didn't hear a word the minister said. Even while receiving her baptism, her mind was only on her red shoes.
I can't wait to start dancing in these wonderful, beautiful shoes.
Outside the church, the old soldier again spoke to Karen.
Ah, they are beautiful dancing shoes.
Karen felt a strange urge, and she tried dancing a little step then and there. All of a sudden... The shoes were dancing on their own power, and Karen couldn't make them stop, no matter how hard she tried. It took several large men a great deal of struggling to hold Karen down and to get those red shoes off her feet. Those mysterious red shoes would be put away in a closet after this. Soon after that, the kind lady became sick and couldn't leave her bed. Karen was very grateful to her adopted mother and did her best to take care of her. But the postman brought Karen an invitation to an exciting dance party in town. And soon Karen's mind could think of nothing but her red shoes and how wonderful it would be to dance again.
I'm sorry about the dance, but I need you here.
Oh, it's okay, Mama.
But in Karen's heart, the red shoes kept beckoning to her irresistibly.
Oh, I wish I could put them on and go to the dance party. Maybe I'll just try them on. No harm in that.
Karen forgot the shoes have a will of their own, and the moment she put them on, they began forcing her to dance.
Oh, Karen!
I can't help myself.
And Karen danced off to the party, leaving her mother alone. At the party, Karen danced like a wild, possessed creature. The shoes would not let her stop and rest. On and on she danced, away from the party, out of town, and deep into the forest beyond. Karen suddenly realized her poor, sick adopted mother had died, alone and helpless, and it was all Karen's fault for being so selfish and thoughtless.
It's my fault. I never should have left her alone in the house. Oh, dear God, forgive me for the great